Hey guys, RanterInShades here, exercising my First Amendment rights vlog style. And this is Tweety. I've been through quite a lot with this toy. It's been with me for almost my entire life. For as far back as I can remember. It may have been my very first toy. This video is probably going to sound like a Mr. Repsion kind of video, but I don't care. This is a video that I kind of wanted to make before I leave for the summer, so here it is. So, wave hi, Tweety. Yes. And yes, you're probably asking yourself, why do I have a stuffed animal up here with me in college? You're probably asking yourself that. And this video is basically, gonna, I guess, explain that and the connection that I really have with this Tweety. I'm not exactly sure if Tweety is supposed to be a boy or a girl. I've never really been able to figure it out. But anyway, yeah, when I was growing up, this toy was always there for me. I looked at it as basically like, a therapist, I guess, because I didn't really have too many friends in my early childhood, so whenever I had any rough days, I would talk to Tweety, and Tweety would listen. And even up here at college, I don't exactly, sleep with this in bed. I didn't really stop sleeping with this in my bed until I was finishing elementary school, when I thought that, yeah, I'm probably too old for this, But, the point that I really want to make in this video is that you're never too old to hold on to something that you loved from your childhood. This is one of those things that I especially loved from my childhood. My parents, they knew how much I cared about this toy. Even when I was really little, back when one of my sets of grandparents were alive and living in Albuquerque, I was in like kindergarten at this time. I carried Tweety around with me. We were at this museum, and I lost Tweety there. And you know what my dad did? He took a plane all the way back to Albuquerque to go and find Tweety and bring it back for me. And I don't even take that for granted. That's one of the best things that my dad has ever done for me, because he knew how much I cared about this toy, how much this toy means to me, and because of that, I've never given up this toy, never given it away, didn't give it to some person who was much more deserving of having a toy than me. I never did that. My parents never did that. They never forced me to do that. They understood that I wanted to keep this toy around for as long as I could. I mean, if you look at it, it's kind of ripped up and beaten out because I was a really rowdy child, and the eye right there. My little brother, he banged it on a table and out of the kindness of his heart blamed it on my friend who was sleeping over at the time. Yeah. But getting back to why I have Tweety up here at college with me, you remember in the very beginning of Toy Story 3 when Andy is going through the shit in his room and he's, sorting out what he's going to be taking to college with him and what he's going to give away or throw out, and he puts Woody in the box of things he wants to take to college? You know why he did that? Basically because, Woody was a special part of his life that he wanted to remember the good times that he had with that toy. And that's basically why Tweety is up here with me, because I had fun with this toy growing up, and I want to remember the good times that I had. I look up at this toy sitting on my shelf and just smile. And think back to, that point in time where I decided I was too old to be playing with toys and engaging in imaginative play. I don't exactly engage in imaginative play up here, but, you think back to those times when all of a sudden you just stopped. And imagine that, you know, what if Tweety really does have feelings and is upset that I'm not playing with him, her, it, that I'm not playing with it as much. What if? But whenever I feel like it, I look up at this toy, give it a little glance, acknowledgement, because I do miss those times, you know, when it wasn't socially unacceptable, and I know that was a really poorly constructed sentence, to have a toy around, you know. And when people come in here, they don't really ask me questions about this, about why I have this toy up here with me. They don't ask me questions, they don't give me weird looks, or say anything that could offend me to the slightest. They just don't acknowledge it. But anyway, I'm going to be holding on to this toy for the rest of my life. Just keeping it around the house, leaving it somewhere where I'll see it, where I can look at it, and just feel happy for a little bit. Just have it around, maybe not play with it as much, but have it around with me, because this was a special part of my life. One of the most special parts of my life was this toy. I'm taking this toy to my grave. I'm gonna have it buried with me if I have to. I'm not even gonna give this toy to my future kids. I'm not going to give it to them because, as I showed you before, it's kind of beaten up. If anything, I'm going to get them their own Tweety. I know there's still going to definitely be stuffed Tweeties that I'll be able to get somewhere because, I mean, if you think about it, yeah, Tweety is one of the most popular cartoon characters of all time. One of the most popular characters on what is probably the greatest cartoon series of all time. Tweety's going to be around forever. I mean, if you look at how well Looney Tunes stand the test of time, that alone shows. I'll definitely get my kids their own Tweety. And if they don't have the same emotional connection with their Tweety that I did growing up, they'll have it with something else. We all had these toys in our lives that we have these emotional connection to that we never want to give up and will never give up. Anybody who says they don't have that toy is a fucking liar. We all have these toys that we're going to carry to our graves. Doesn't even matter what it is, you still have one, and it's still going to remain part of your life for the rest of your life. So my kids in the future, they're going to have the type of connection that I have with Tweety with a different toy if they don't like the Tweety that I provide them with. That's one of the big parts of being a kid, is having that favorite toy that is just always there for you and always will be there for you. It's like what Andy said about Woody at the very end of Toy Story 3, that tear-jerking moment when he's like, what makes Woody so special is that he'll never give up on you, ever. Tweety never gave up on me. And Tweety will never give up on me. And your favorite toy, whatever it is, that toy will never give up on you. So I don't think it's at all wrong or at all socially unacceptable to hold on to your childhood toys. At all. Even just one, the one that you consider your favorite. I don't think it's a bad thing if you want to hold on to it and always keep it around the house. Like I said, you may not engage in the imaginative play that you used to, but it'll always be there. And you'll remember a time when you actually were able to engage in imaginative play. I love this toy. I always will. Maybe not to the point where I'm cuddling with it in bed every night, but it will always be there. Fucking neighbors. So with that said, I will close this video. So, wave goodbye, Tweety. I'm Shades, and I'll see you next time. And as the years go by, Friendship will never die.